Why does the page not work?
Refresh. Oh, it's starting.
Oh! What's happened?
Wait.
What's happened?
Mary.
Is it working?
It might be working. Wait, why is it offline?
Well, it says time elapsed.
Okay, we're back.
We are back
Right.
in 4:3 aspect ratio and with crappy resolution. But look, there's no lag.
There's no lag.
Or is there?
There is a bit.
Wait,
There's
hang
no
on.
lag.
There's no lag.
There is a bit of lag. The audio doesn't match the video.
Wait, no, that's just us though.
Yeah, but that's what real time's like.
Yeah, I know. But we don't need to pay attention to that, I don't think.
Okay.
Oh god, can people see it? People see it.
Tweet that you're back on and it's working.
Hey! Someone says hey. That's really weird that there's that much
Why is there
lag between real life and the stream.
It doesn't matter. We've got it working.
Where's my chair?
There's your chair.
So, what projects am I up to? Oh god. Hang on. Wait. Stream optimize. Optimize for interaction. Okay, I think we just do it.
Okay.
Right. What projects are we up to at the moment? That was a question. We can discuss that, can't we, Arjun?
We can.
We can discuss that. Because me and Arjun have been working on a video together of the the Revell Hawker Hurricane Mark II-C.
This is
Arjun's progress so far.
It's not very good, but
They probably can't see it.
I am new to modelling.
Hang on, how many models have you built in the past then?
3 in the past. But
Obviously it's still not finished yet, by the way.
It's not. It's a work in progress.
Yes.
So, questions for you, Owen.
Hang on, wait, have we finished discussing this recent
we
project
haven't.
thing?
It's not very good, but we can blame Revell for that partly.
Yeah, to be honest, we have found that the moulding of the kit is not actually that good. There was quite a lot of flashing on the sprue, and some of the parts didn't fit very well either. So.
And Owen accidentally cut the parts wrong.
I did. I might have made a hole in some of the parts, but you know, whatever. Right, okay. Are you filming in your bathroom? No, this is my university accommodation, which is a total mess at the moment. And because Arjun, we are having a prank war at the moment, and Arjun, there are still the remains of tinfoil around my room, so you can see some tinfoil in the corner there. But on my shelf, everything is covered in tinfoil. Wait, oh yeah, show them this. Show them this.
Pencil pot.
The pencil pot. Every single pen inside the pencil pot is wrapped in tinfoil. And this was a team effort. Arjun got other people involved, which I technically count as cheating. Anyway. Right. So what was that? So no, we are not filming in my bathroom. It's because I'm on shared accommodation. Right, okay. That's cinematic composition though. Thank you, Darcy. I am glad you liked the composition of this shot.
Right, we have a question here from Tim.
Is there what question is there?
How can I unblock the metal tube on precision poly cement, and how can I stop it from
That's
blocking?
quite a good question actually. Well, I have found if you take out the little tube, and you get some hot water, you could boil a kettle and pour it in the sink. Now, if you put the tube, the little metal tube, in the sink, leave it for a while, the hot water will begin to melt the glue, and then I find if you get a little pin, like a sewing needle or something, and like poke it, then it usually unblocks it, and you can
There we go.
do it that way.
We have, just to clarify, Kit Maker Network. This room isn't shared. It's just Owen's room.
Oh yeah. This is my own room, but it's shared as in I share a bathroom with 4 other people.
Next question is, what is your favourite brand on model kits airplanes?
I'm gonna have to say Airfix, but it sounds like I'm just.
You do love a bit.
I do love a bit of Airfix. I love Airfix too much. I thought that I liked Revell more than I did, but then I built this Hurricane, and I wasn't very impressed by it.
It's not been good so far.
So yeah, it's not been that brilliant. But I built their Lancaster bomber when I was year 9. How old are you in year 9? About
12, 13.
12 or 13. I built their Lancaster bomber. I went through like a phase of Revell actually, and then I moved on to Airfix, and then Well, I had a Warhammer phase before that.
You did that. So this brings us in nicely to the next set of questions.
What are the next set of questions?
We've got, so how did you start modelling, and what was the first model you built and why?
Okay, so I started modelling because my dad had all of the had models from when he was a kid, and he brought. We were once clearing out the roof or loft or whatever you want to call it, and he brought this box down, and he had like a tiger tank and like loads of little infantry figures. And I was like, oh wow, that's cool. And then for Christmas, he bought me the Revel set with a B1 tank and some. I forgot, it's a Renault one. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, so me and him built that together. So that was, I guess, my first kit. And then at primary school, when I was in year 4, so I was about 8 years old, lots of other people there were doing Warhammer, the Warhammer 40k. So I started collecting a Space Marines army, Ultramarines. Had like a good squad of those, and did that from year 4 to year 6, so about 2 years I did Warhammer. And then I had a break until year 9 when I got the Lancaster, and that's what got me back into it.
Nicely done. We have a question here from Edward White.
Really?
And the question
Hello,
is,
Ed.
what camera do you use to film your videos?
To film my videos, I use my Canon EOS 600D. Yeah, you shouldn't really use DSLRs for these kind of videos because the sensors overheat. You should get a proper video camera, but I don't have enough money for that. So I use this as well because I do filmmaking, and DSLRs are good for filmmaking, for shooting like short little things. But after about 12 minutes, the sensor overheats in DSLRs, and that's not good.
We've got another question here from Brad Wright, which is like, it leads us in nicely to the story of the day.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
the question is, are you into railway modelling / anything to do with trains?
Well, actually, now that you've mentioned that, I did used to have a Hornby model railway. Me and my dad built that. So actually, I guess that could have been before. That was actually probably before anything else. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, we had like a massive wooden board, and we had like some loops around. We had like mountains with like a tunnel going through, and like a little coal dispensing machine in like some quarry. So I was into the Hornby model railway stuff for a while, and then obviously we changed like the rooms around in the house, and we didn't have room for it anymore, so we stopped doing that. And also I moved away from that onto like little miniature proper plastic kits. So I'm not really into it anymore, but the story of the day was that today the people who are left in my house who haven't gone home for Christmas, we went to the National Railway Museum. National Railway Museum in York. If you saw my Instagram story, we put some pictures on there. And we went inside Mallard, and we had a good chat with some guy who was sitting in a Victorian train carriage.
Yep, and we went in a Mallard simulator, which was your first simulator
If you go to the National Railway Museum, don't bother paying £4 to go in the Mallard simulator, because it's not very good.
It's not worth it. But if it's your first simulator experience, then it could be worth a shot.
I think if you want a first simulator experience, you should probably go in something better than the Mallard experience.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly. Yes. Although it was a good... I tried convincing you to buy a model train, but you didn't want to.
No, because I don't have that much money.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
But then you did want to get...
And I also don't have the railway track to put it on.
Yeah, but you did want to get a £27 lightsaber from the Disney store.
No, that was the Buzz Lightyear model.
Buzz Lightyear. Well, you wanted both, so anyway. So... back to questions. What do you think of the Airfix models that are about to be released, and do you know of any good Airfix tank kits? These are from different people. Should I say the names of people who are?
Yeah, I think you probably should.
I will
give them a little shout out.
Okay.
Do you know who asked those questions?
It's gone now, but from now on.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have not looked at the new Airfix range, but I know that they've got some new jet plane out. What is the jet plane called?
Right, anyone who
I haven't. Is it a Typhoon? Typhoon or
I
something.
can't.
I don't know, it looks good, whatever. I've glimpsed it in one of their videos that they did of a model show. So unfortunately I can't answer that. I haven't been keeping up with it. And what was the other part of the question? You asked me like two in one.
I did, and the other part, good tank kits.
Good tank kits. To be honest, I prefer the Tamiya tank kits. But
I found who this was from. This was from Everts Grotus. I'm sorry if I get names wrong.
Grotus.
Yes. Good Airfix tank.
Good Airfix tank.
That one there. Is that Airfix?
That's Tamiya, unfortunately. Which, yeah. I don't know, because I have all the Airfix tanks that I have built. They're recently they've taken them down, and I think they're retooling them. But out of the new ones I've built, I built the Tiger 2 in 1/76 scale, and that was okay. The tracks were a bit horrible to put on. It was well molded though. I think I've heard that the new Cromwell is very good, and I've actually got that at home because I ordered that. So there should be a video of that coming out in a couple of months probably. I won't say very soon, but yeah. So maybe check out the Airfix Cromwell and the Tiger 2. Unfortunately, I can't give very much advice on that again.
There seems to
You're
be
doing a good job with this.
I mean, there seems to be a lot of questions about Groovy Tonight, asking you to play Groovy Tonight as mood music. Would you like?
Oh my God, Tom's on it.
I know Tom's on it. He's shipping
I don't have
Groovy
Tonight, unfortunately.
Oh,
Tom,
sad times. Okay. Kendall asks who is your favourite flatmate, and she says that I'm her favourite flatmate. I'm a dreamboat. Thank you, Kendall. But now we're getting back to actual questions.
Okay, yeah. Don't really answer that question.
Oksala has said, which is your favourite kit?
What do you mean, my favourite kit that I've built, or the favourite kit?
Do both.
Okay.
Do both.
So my favourite kit to actually build was probably the Airfix Hawker Typhoon 1/72 scale, like the one that I've done a review of. The parts just fitted beautifully, and there were lots of different options that you could do with it. And I think it was one of the first kits that I made that were that I actually thought the results were really good. But the favourite kit that I have built, like the one that I am most proud of, is the Sherman Firefly, because I don't know, I put a lot of effort into it, and then it got broken, partly because of you.
Technically, it was your fault.
So it was technically my fault, but technically also your fault if you hadn't tinfoiled my room.
But we tinfoiled your room.
Anyway,
back to the questions.
Yes,
We can go over the tinfoiling.
Shall I get the Sherman?
You can.
It's the only model of mine to come to university with me.
And you built this at university?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, well, it hasn't said anything about that yet,
actually.
Exactly.
No.
Well, I can do. I might as well, as soon as you brought it up.
Okay.
Sherman, yeah.
But wait, show that and then I'll ask the next question.
Okay. Bolton Paul Defiant Airfix asked me to make a video for their Airfix Advent Calendar with some basic tips in, so I have built this in a very basic way using limited tools that I have at university. So I think I'm allowed to say that they're releasing it on day 8. So if you don't even go and look at the Airfix Advent Calendar, just go on day 8 and watch my video. Because
yeah,
I don't know, it's alright.
Shameless self-plug there.
Definitely.
Right, we're going back to a question from Nick Long, who asks, does the accuracy of a kit bother you? Would you consider yourself a rivet counter? Definitely not.
I do it because it's fun and enjoyable to do and rewarding when you've got something that is, it looks good when it's finished. And I don't know, I'm not even that up on the history of things either. Like, I will look at reference photos to an extent of sort of like what the detail looks like in the cockpit, like what parts should be painted what colour, because usually the instructions don't go into enough detail. I'd like to bring out the detail that is there in the moulding. But I'm not one who will go and scratch build things or, just for the sake of making it more historically accurate. because I feel like it would take the fun out of it a bit more. I mean, that's just me. Like, for some people, I'm sure doing the scratch building and making it totally historically accurate and adding in rivets and stuff is enjoyable, and they probably feel very accomplished when they've finished it. So,
indeed.
But it's not.
I'm liking the hand actions going on.
Thank you. I know. I'm just watching myself.
Looking at the thing on that screen in the video here, it's so far behind, but they can hear us, which
Doesn't
is good.
matter. Yeah.
We've got another question from Jonathan Lees, who asks, "Are you using acrylic paints over enamel in the accommodation now?"
Yes, I am. Because I have only got the starter sets, and I didn't bring any modelling supplies with me to uni. Sorry, because I didn't expect that I'd be making any kits here. I thought I'd just be editing videos and filming like the intro and outro and doing the voiceover and stuff. But then Airfix asked me to do this, so I had to do it. But so yes, I'm using acrylic paint because you can wash it with water, water-based, so I don't have to have any smelly chemicals, and also they smell less, and they're just a bit easier to clean up as well. Because I don't think the accommodation services would love me very much if I got enamel paint everywhere.
Right, so that's it. Okay, sorry, some of these questions make you
laugh.
Yeah. So we have a question. Any advice for getting your chalk wash to flow better? And that is from Turf Tattoo.
What flow better? You've kind of got to get the ratio of washing up liquid to water right, and it's just a bit of trial and error. Like, I've got to the stage where if I'm mixing paint or washes or anything, I don't need to do ratios and stuff. I can just do it by eye. So I think I put usually about 1 drop of washing up liquid in it, and or 2 drops of washing up liquid in it, and then a fair amount of water, and then mix it round until it's not really thin, but it's quite easy to brush on. I don't know. I need to do demonstrations, really, don't I?
Well,
unfortunately, I can't do that here.
Before the live stream, you were stressing about questions, and one of the questions you thought would be about an airbrush, and Samuel Hobbs has asked that very question.
Has he? Why do I not use an airbrush?
Would you ever consider purchasing an airbrush? And so basically, airbrushes, go.
Would I ever consider purchasing an airbrush? Probably not. I would consider having a go with one before. See, the thing is that the main reason why I don't use an airbrush is because I don't believe that there are enough good modelling channels out there that don't use an airbrush. I mean, I have never come across a channel, like one of the larger channels, that doesn't use an airbrush. Obviously, I don't have much time to look through YouTube videos on modelling, so I'm not up on the channels that are out there really. So I think that kind of makes me a bit more unique, and I hope people appreciate that, because it's a bit different, and the finish that you get from an airbrush is obviously a lot different from brush painting. So I probably wouldn't consider buying one because I want to keep my channel brush painting, and I like brush painting as well. So no, I probably wouldn't buy one. I might have a go with one and do one video with one just to see.
It would be quite cool
see what I like. Yeah, it would be quite cool to do at least one video with it maybe in the future. So anyone's got an airbrush that I can borrow, give me an email. So yeah, was there any other parts to that question?
No, it was, would you consider purchasing it? But I think we've gone to
no. Yeah.
We have a question here from Mary Davis,
Really?
saying, "Will you paint me like one of your French girls?"
I'm gonna say no to that because no one in the world other than us understand. Yeah.
Okay.
We do know Mary. Mary is a friend. So,
wow.
But you can't say that.
Okay, moving on.
Poor Mary.
This is a quite good question from Rustin Customs Models. What models do you most like to build? I don't know if that's meant to mean brand of model or planes or tanks or do both.
Well, I used to like. I used to do the figures a lot when I was little because obviously I had the Warhammer and then I had my dad's infantry figures and stuff. And then I went through the plane phase and did a lot of planes. But now I think I'm actually kind of preferring armour and like tanks. I'm definitely building the Tamiya 1/35th scale kits. I really enjoy doing those. I think it's because with the planes you have to do all kind of like the prep before you can then assemble them. And I really like just getting straight into the building. Like, so you have to paint all the interior parts and stuff while they're still on the sprue, and make sure that they all look good. You can't just get straight on with constructing the kit. And so I think that's why I like the tanks, because you just put them all together mostly and you feel like you've got something good that you've achieved, and then you paint it and you kind of like see it building up and getting close to like what's finished, like rather than sort of you spend ages working on this thing. But also you're not even going to be able to see that well, especially on 1/72nd scale. And yeah, I mean I need to try building some larger scale planes, I think, and see what they're like. But then that will lead to longer than 10-minute videos. So I don't know.
It's
I
something
will
to
try
in the future.
Yeah,
Consider it.
Yes.
We have a question from Rolo's Reviews. Have you ever considered building any Gundam kits?
Gundam.
Gundam.
I know. I don't know how to
Japanese
pronounce it,
mech in brackets.
Yeah. Yes, I have considered because quite a lot of people have asked me. I've just not got around to purchasing one yet. So I think when I go home, back for the Christmas holidays, I think I'll buy some Gundam kits, and I'd also quite like to buy a Warhammer kit again, just to try that and see for the nostalgia and go back to that. Oh, so yes.
Someone put Arjun please to ask their question.
Oh.
So I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, but Guillem Gros Freya. Okay, I messed that up completely. But anyway, question: what age did you start making models? I think we've been over this before, but like, can you pinpoint the exact age?
Okay. So, I think by the age of 5. By the age of 5, I had got my Hornby Railway, and was doing that. If you count that, but then actually modelling, like as in mid scale, like the kits, about 7 years old, maybe 8, and then I did it from 8 till about 10, and then I had a few years off and probably did it from about 13 till now. So I'm 19 now. So I've been doing it for at least about 10 years.
Okay, well, I think that answered that question. We've got a quick question here from Yorkshire Mapping, and it is: have you ever considered having a look at other 1/35 scale armour kits like Trumpeter or Dragon?
Yeah, I have considered it. Again, I just haven't got around to ordering any. It's a bit annoying because Airfix are just like, have some vouchers and buy things, so I end up with like a stack of Airfix kits, and then I never get the chance to go through and buy any other brands. So I should probably say to them, just like, pause for a bit.
But then,
or I'll give away. What?
You do sort of prefer Airfix kits, so it's not too bad.
Well, yeah, I think I do genuinely think that the moulding and the fit of the parts, and also like the decals, and then I've always used Humbrol paints, and I've never really bothered to move away from Humbrol paints just because I already have the whole collection. I should probably try some different paint brands as well, and then I could kind of like do videos on that.
Well, with
the people quite frequently ask me, like,
with the Revell kit, the paints were awful.
Oh yeah, with the Revell or Revel, you say it differently. Revell. Don't know. I say decal wrong as well. You say it correctly.
I do.
Decal or
decal.
Decal,
anyway.
decal, not whatever what do I say now? I've forgotten. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The paint that we got with the Revel kit was not good. It was quite thick, and yeah, so we didn't use it. We've used the Humbrol paint on that. And also, they didn't even include the right paint with the kit to paint it.
They didn't.
They gave us 2 brown colours, which were vaguely the correct, and then they gave us a green, and the underside of the Hurricane is supposed to be painted blue, because it's a desert one.
But we had
Well,
to paint it.
we've had to paint it. We've had to paint it the beige, brown, and green colours because, yeah,
Yes,
beige underside is better than a green underside.
indeed.
Mm.
So, we now have the next question from
Do we?
Aviation Highlights.
Right.
And the question is, what do you use to weigh the nose of aircraft down?
Okay, I've only had to do that once with, I think it was the old tooled Airfix Lightning. I've got the new tooled one, so I'll come across that problem again. At the time, I used plasticine only because I didn't have anything else heavy. But the best option is to probably go on the internet and buy some of the proper little weights, weight sets that you can put in. I think I just basically stuffed in anything heavy that I could find that would fit inside the nose at the time. Because, as you've probably noticed, I'm not very good at going out and buying things specifically for modelling. I tend to try and use as much stuff that you can find around the house as possible.
That was very
Because,
true when it came to building your...
Definitely very true when it came to building the Bolton Pool site. That is partly because I just can't be bothered going out to the shops. Because I don't.
As well,
it's I don't live very near shops. It's been very nice to come to university and escape the countryside. Anyway, but also because I want my videos to be accessible to as many people as possible. So even if you're a beginner or if you're more advanced, you still have access to all of the tools. Like, I don't like it when other channels kind of be like, oh yeah, you have to have this certain pigment for making this wash for these tracks, when you could. There are so, like, if I was going to do that, I would say that you can get this, but then there is the cheaper alternative or the easier to find alternative that is this. Yeah. So like with my how to apply decals video, I was like, you can do gloss coats under them, or if you don't want to buy gloss varnish, you can use like PVA glue, which you might have around the house more readily available than gloss varnish. So yeah.
Right, we've got another question here, which I think is quite a good one.
Go on.
I've lost the question because the comment thing keeps on going, but it was like, do you have any kits that you'd recommend for beginners? And I can't remember who sent the question in, but whoever it was, thank you.
Okay, definitely the Airfix Hawk Typhoon is a very good start set, and it's also a very good model. As I have talked about earlier, it was one of my favourite ones to build. So definitely look at that, and then obviously the Airfix Spitfire is a classic. I used to recommend Revell starter sets as well. I mean, I shouldn't judge all of Revell starter sets off just that one that I made, but I've also made the Revell Mustang a couple of years ago. It was awful. Like it was worse than that. The moulding was horrific, and it was all raised detail and everything. So basically, any Airfix starter sets are very good. Like this Bolton Pool Defiant, it was great. Like they've got 25% off on that. I shouldn't be promoting Airfix so much, but they have got 25% off on their website, and they're doing things on their advent calendar. I'll stop promoting.
And that was I found it. It was Ben Higgins who asked the question.
Thank you, Ben Higgins, for that question.
So we have another question here from Aloise J. Okay. And I think she's on your film course, but it
really
with the uni I don't know, but it's, can you do a drunk model video? And because uni and drinking sort of go hand in hand, would you ever consider just as an experiment?
We've joked about it. I might have seriously considered it at times, probably when I was drunk though, so I don't know if that counts as serious consideration. The only thing is I'm a bit worried it could be potentially dangerous and result in the loss of fingers, or the whole room being painted.
Yeah, it would
it would have to be done in a safe environment. I don't know, you could maybe do it on April Fool's Day or something.
Possibly, just to see how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, not drunk. I've managed to almost cut my finger off. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Arjun, I was panicking a bit while you were making that hurricane that you were going to injure yourself.
Right. So, more questions. Can you use any aftermarket?
Aftermarket.
I don't know. That's the question from Lord Nelson.
Do you mean as in could I use aftermarket stuff in my videos?
What is aftermarket?
Like if you buy, say, photo etch parts or extra decals.
Oh right, okay.
Like to add on. What I would quite like to do is get some swastikas, and then I could make my German planes look a bit more authentic because Airfix don't supply them with the kit. But then, I mean, I have to bear in mind that my videos might end up in countries that don't like it. So I don't know. I would consider getting some photo etch maybe if I do more of the 1/35th scale models or get some 1/48 scale. I would probably look into some aftermarket stuff. I actually nearly bought some aftermarket like side skirting for the Panzer IV, but I never ordered it in the end.
No.
That was before I had my own bank account. We were in the Disney store today. We were like, if only when we were like 5 years old we had.
No, I think that was mainly you. You were
it was me. I was
like, if I was a kid, I'd buy all these because I have money or something like that.
Yeah, because I always wanted a proper.
You did get excited
scale.
about the Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I always wanted a proper scale Buzz Lightyear toy.
It would have been
what
fun as well to get the lightsabers because we could have recreated scenes.
We could have had a fight live.
Exactly. Should have thought about it.
Damn.
Anyway, we have a serious question here from
back to serious things.
Ahamorama. Well, we can mix it up a little bit,
yes.
But this is a good question, I think, because it takes it away from the models onto the filming. How long did it take? How long did some of the stop motion videos take you to create / edit? That's a good question.
Someone has been looking at my. I used to say main channel, but I feel like this is my main channel.
This is you,
really. It seems I have many more subscribers. Anyway, it depends which one you're referring to. Things like Yorkshire Guy Rises. I think I did that over the course of 2 months. Like, obviously not working on it solidly because I was at high school as well at the time. And then things like the tank battle animation. Again, probably took me over the course of a few months because then I had to do all the stop motion animation, and then I had to go on Hit Film at the time. I didn't have After Effects, and add in all the gunshot effects and the tank tracks kind of moving with the motion blur that I did. So that probably took about 2 months as well, or maybe even longer because actually it's possibly longer. But yeah, I probably never spend more than between a month to 2 months on a stop motion.
Someone said audio's gone, but I don't know if that's actually true.
It still says that
I think
was sending it out. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Shit.
What?
PG. I lost it. I lost control. I'm back into live stream, mate. Right. Sorry, where were we?
I don't know. You need to ask me another question.
Okay.
I hope I'm answering these all right.
I think you're doing all right.
Okay, thank you, Arjun.
What are some good websites for historical colour schemes from Lord Commissioner Hugh Woot?
Unfortunately, because I am not all that into historical colour schemes, I don't know. I just tend to Google it and have a look around, have a look at a few pictures on Google if I'm going to attempt to sort of like paint something other than the instructions. But I generally trust the instructions to give a reasonably good, suggest reasonably good colours. And then I don't know. I just go on Google and I'm really not too bothered about the historical accuracy.
Fair play. Okay then, we've got another question. We've been over this many times, but just to reiterate, the question is by Panzer Picture, and is Quick Kit secretly sponsored by Airfix?
No, they don't pay. Well, they pay me in Airfix vouchers. and then well, no, not for every video. Like they gave me a voucher in March or something, and just told me to do whatever I want with it. And they've given me another one recently for making the advent calendar video. So I guess it kind of counts as sponsorship, but it's not as such. And I have started saying in my videos at the beginning, you know, Airfix gave me this kit for free, but they have not paid me or told me what to do or say, which is what the YouTube guidelines are. But no, I don't know. I'm not sponsored by Airfix.
Fair enough. There's a bit of a lull in questions at the moment.
Do we have any ones that we...
I have a question for you.
Do you?
What is the next kit that you will be building?
Probably not that one, which you just looked at.
I did just look at that one.
I know, it's not a very interesting kit. Hang on.
Maybe we should have like a vote and like
Did
get
have this
people
one, because
to post on your Twitter about what kits you should build next.
I could do that. But you see, the thing is with people suggesting video like kit ideas to me is that then I end up with some massive list, and I don't know, then I feel just like totally overwhelmed and end up building most of them. But the Airfix Lancaster bomber has come up many times, and so I will be doing that over Christmas, and also a jet. So I've got the Airfix Lightning, English Electric Lightning, and I promise I will buy a Gundam kit and also a Warhammer one, and I'll try and mix it up a bit so I'm not just doing Airfix videos the whole time. So yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, we've got another question here from Juan Cena. I don't know if that's just a play on John Cena, but anyway, which one did you prefer building? PZ4 or Sherman?
That's a tough one. I actually think Panzer 4 was more enjoyable. I think when I was adding the mud to the Panzer 4 was like one of the most fun experiences I've had. Just getting the soil and mixing it up with the chalk and PVA glue and just like splattering it on. So I think I enjoyed the Panzer 4 more, but I prefer the Sherman as a model more because I think it is my best work, the Sherman one. It's just a shame it's not as popular as the Panzer 4 videos.
Okay.
Only because it's a Tasker moulding and then reboxed by Tamiya and then they stopped selling it, probably. That's the reason why no one's looking for videos on it.
Anyway, right, here we go. Another question by Louis Godwin. What's the worst fitting model you have ever made? Also, have you built the 148 Airfix English Electric Lightning? Because I'm going to start building mine tomorrow.
No, I have not built the 148 one, but I have the 172nd one in my stash. I should buy a 148 model. I will buy. Right, okay. I will also add 148 model to my list of things to buy at Christmas. What was the first part of the question? Sorry.
No, you're asking me to scroll through the comments. Wait, I've got it.
Oh, what was the worst fitting model?
Yes.
Either the Revel Mustang or the old tooled Airfix Bolt and Pull Defiant, or the Revel PZL P11C, simply because they were such old tooling. And the Airfix Bolt and Pull Defiant things like the cockpit didn't actually fit between the two fuselage halves. Oh, and the Airfix Sunderland flying boat was awful. Actually, when I got it out of the box, it was so old. I think the plastic had like warped. It must have been like on a sunny shelf somewhere for a very long time or something. So like, yeah, actually that was probably the worst. Either the old Airfix Bolt and Pull Defiant or the old Airfix Sunderland flying boat. Yeah.
Right, the next question is from Canoodle X, whoever that
Hi
may
again,
be.
Kendall.
And it is, what
I'm
is
glad
your
she's still
favourite
watching.
colour?
Thank you, Kendall. What is my favourite colour?
I don't even know that.
Do you know your favourite colour, Arjun?
I do. I know it's a type of blue, but I don't know what type of blue. If that helps.
I think I burgundy.
You are wearing a burgundy
I am
jumper.
currently wearing burgundy.
And Ed's asking you to call him, but I'm telling him to wait till the live stream is over. You wait, Ed.
Yeah. Why does Ed want to call me anyway?
Who knows? Right. Any tips for a beginner? Was a question by someone and it's now been lost in
Any
the
tips
list of
for a
comments.
beginner? Well, if I have my tips video for beginners, which is coming out on the Airfix Advent Calendar, which is covering very basic things. The main thing that I've found watching you build that is the over application of glue, and then getting it absolutely everywhere and leaving like fingerprints in the plastic and stuff like, especially around this area.
Yeah, that was. But then there wasn't actually anywhere to attach that to.
It is true that the part just didn't fit at all.
Yeah.
But so for small application of glue, what I did for my Bolt and Pull Defiant, the new one, was I got the paintbrush and I like scratched off the paint off the end of the handle, and then I had a little piece of the box ripped out, so a piece of cardboard with like the plasticky stuff on, just so it doesn't absorb the glue straight away. You could use like a plate or something, put like a pool of glue on the plate or non-absorbent surface, and not a plastic surface. And then if you take the end of your paintbrush or a cocktail stick, then you can like get up a little bit of glue and then just dab it on very neatly, and make sure that you don't get it everywhere. Because you don't need to use a lot of glue. You don't.
Like from personal experience, I can say that. Right, we've got another question here from Guy I'm sorry, I'm awful at pronouncing these names. But anyway, the question is, what would you like to build but are too afraid to attempt?
That is a very good question.
It is a good question.
I don't know if there's anything I'm afraid to attempt. But there are things that I would then be afraid to carry on with. For example, again, the Sherman, after I had done the paint and I was about to start the weathering, I was like, oh, I've painted this so... I was like really proud of it, and I didn't want to ruin it by overdoing the weathering or anything, so I was a bit afraid then to do that, but... and then I did it, and then I made a mess of it, and it looked horrible, and I got a bit down about that, but I managed to rescue it in the end, thankfully. But I don't think there would be a kit that I would be afraid of starting. I think I could manage most things. I'd quite like to try a boat, a ship. I think that'd be a bit out of my comfort zone and quite fun to try. And obviously the Gundam would be quite difficult, maybe. I don't know how difficult they are. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Solid end to that question.
Right. So, what is your favourite World War II planes? And that's from Zane Zahir.
My favourite World War II plane, I think, is the Focke-Wulf FW-198, the one with the shorter nose. I just think it's a really good looking plane. Like if there was one plane. Okay. Go on a date with one plane.
You would date a plane. So you've just admitted you are attracted to planes.
It wasn't even a fun joke.
Have we had this already? Have we had the best kit you made? I think we have, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
If I could do it again.
Just a quick one word.
Okay, quick one. Best kit to build, Airfix 1/72 scale, Hawker Typhoon.
There we go. I think are we wrapping up? Do you have a closing statements or like any? Would you like to reflect on the live stream so far? Your first live stream experience.
My first live stream experience. Well, it would have been nice if we go. Oh, hello, Vincent.
Vincent's on the
You're
live
on the live
stream.
What are you guys talking about?
We're answering people's questions and we're just
what have they asked?
Well, you can read the comments.
Yeah, you're part of the live stream.
I'll stand up here so I don't.
Okay. Anyway,
what were my thoughts on the live stream?
Yeah, how's it?
Well, I mean, it was awful when we started.
We had some technical difficulties.
We did have some technical difficulties, but we have sorted them now.
Although the lag in the audio is still really bad. But
yeah, like Vincent has only just entered the room on there.
And I've I've tried to get through as many questions as possible, but I'm
You've
sorry.
done a good job, I think.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're too kind. I'm sorry if I didn't get around to it. But, hopefully, it was a educating experience.
Yes. And yeah, I apologise for the beginning, and hopefully it will be a bit better if we do it again.
I'm sure you'll do.
Would people like us to do this again? Like,
That's the question.
or should I just stop?
Maybe you should do a live stream of you building a model and just chat.
I'm not good at that though.
I could chat.
You could chat,
You could
and I
model.
can just make sarcastic remarks to what you're saying.
Yeah. That's not normally what
That's
happens
normally
when
what
we
happens,
talk.
yeah.
Right, what happens now?
Is this the replies to should we do it again? Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Alex Modelling says it was fun. Hi, Alex. I would do it again and okay, Tom. Oh, hi, Isaac. I could just go to.
Should
I
we play
recognise some
Groovy
people.
tonight to like?
What as the outro
Yeah.
music? Can you get it?
I don't know. Someone Facebook me
Yeah,
Groovy
Tom
tonight.
Facebook me the Groovy tonight. Because for people who don't understand what it is, me and the other some other people on my film course did a 77
I've only
hour.
just seen your Facebook. Ed was Facebook messaging me.
Oh,
during the
was he?
live thing.
Oh.
I've only just seen them.
Anyway, so me and some friends in my film group did a 77-hour short film project, and for this, the people doing the music, which was Will and Jesse, wrote a song called "Groovy Tonight." And
Oh, they wrote it.
yeah, because everything we had for the short film had to be done
Is
within
that
the
Darcy's ringtone?
What? No, it's Kendall's.
Kendall's ringtone. All right.
No, everything we used in the short film had to be created within the 77 hours. So, yeah, has anyone linked me to it
I've
yet?
got it.
Oh, no, Will sent me a link.
Oh, you've got it.
I've got it. How loud do we need it, do you think?
This is a tune. This was my favourite.
Oh, we can't, there was a problem playing this audio.
Wait,
Just
I've got
download
it
it,
on
just
my. I've got it
download
on
Story
Wait,
of
here we go.
things.
It's a
Have you
race
got
to
it?
see who can download.
I can download it faster, I'm on the Ethernet connection. Come on.
No. Oh, you've got it.
You would think that university Wi-Fi would be, not Wi-Fi, just internet in general.
Although we have
Would be
moved
better
up
than
in the
this.
world, now our TV is connected
We
to
have,
Wi-Fi.
at least we don't have,
Have you tried it?
like, what?
No. Well, I did, but it didn't work.
We haven't tried it.
At least it's connected.
It's better than
connected
what
to
I have
cord.
at home. At home, I have a download speed of 0.5 megabits per second and an upload speed
Wait,
of
was yours
0.2
playing?
megabits per second. I don't know.
I'm playing.
Oh god, we're going to play
Oh,
it
no.
twice now.
Should we probably stop the...
Yeah, let's stop it. Alright,
Bye.
goodbye guys. Thank you for watching. And, oh no, I should do my quick hits outro,
should.
shouldn't I? What do I usually say? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.